This week on Hermitcraft.
Hello YouTube and welcome back to another episode of Hermitcraft.
Welcome to the Hermitcraft Recap. My name is Pixel Riffs, our writer is ZloyXP, and once again we're here with another important poll that won't actually affect anything except telling us where you stand on the issue. You might recall that recently Scar finished working on the underground community area, and some hermits, and some viewers, suggested that to preserve such beauty the hermits should install a command block system that would make creeper explosions ineffective against terrain in the perimeter of the community area.
This place is so dangerous. It makes me wish that we had no creeper blast on.
I thought it was a great idea. Most people said, no, the viewers will hate it because it's not vanilla.
We've kind of talked about it as a group, and pretty much I think everyone feels that although it would be nice to have that inconvenience taken away from us, we don't think that's the way to play the game in this instant.
As always, to give us your opinion, click the I symbol in the upper right corner, and click the first video in the iCard if you support anti-creeper command blockage, click the second one if you're against any more command block cheating on the server, and click the third one if you want to watch our recap of the first day of Fullcraft Season 2. We know it's not a Hermitcraft thing, but we made it, and we'd love you to see it. And with all that out of the way, let's talk some more about the community area, because hermits have been busy setting up shops around the place. We'll get to events and mishaps later. One shop Zloy has been bugging me about is Iskal's Assassination shop, not only because the word assassination has the word ass in it twice, but also because for a price Iskal is offering to kill anything and anyone available for killing on the server. You can tell Barcode is a great name for it because it is not a bar, nor does it have anything to do with coding.
There was an assassination game called Hitman, and the main character had a barcode on the back of his bald head. I like it. I think Barcode should be the name for this shop.
Unfortunately, putting a hit on Zombie Cleo, or at least a rabbit named Zombie Cleo, will be especially tricky for us, seeing as how both Zloy and I are not whitelisted on the server and couldn't really pay up for the job. In case painting the town red with the blood of your enemies is not really your thing, one can paint the town any other colour with the help of Cubfan's newly opened Splash of Colour service. The shop even splashes itself with colour as you walk through the door, which is so impressive it makes you wonder why Cub isn't selling self-colouring floors and other redstone contraptions.
This shop looks cute. Let's go in here. Oh my god! Oh my god, that is cool! Look at that, it's Cub, okay, that says it all.
Fear not though, as Stress Monster has you covered in that department. Her amazingly gorgeous Redstone Ingenious Creations Supplies Limited is now open for business, and I hear you can get a discount if you can say the acronym for it 3 times in a row quickly. Wells Knight's Build Shop also takes shape further around the cave, complete with a sign to catch the eye of any hermits flying past, and an interior that would make any castle jealous. Plus, RenDawg is apparently planning a Hermitron Go shop. If only it had some kind of theme song. In a surprising twist, it turns out Castle Ravenloft, with its new snazzy purple roof, is just there so Joe can have something cool in the background while he finishes Death House in time for Halloween. And it is nearly finished. It's got furniture and a roof and everything.
But anyway, this video is not about roofs that come from purple trees, nor even roofs that come from purple trees. This is a video about the branching possibilities of realities and dreams.
Castle Beef takes centre stage over at the NHO Jungle this week, getting a proper entrance so people can storm it if they want to. Beef also seems to have caught a case of the grottos from XB Crafted.
He was 23 years old, a great warrior he was. And this just so happens to be the person that recommended, or one of them at least, that recommended a secret passage. So I think eventually we can have a little button here that will open that up. We can hide that pretty well, actually, and we'll open that up, and then we'll have a little stairwell up, but this looks really good, doesn't it? Doesn't it?
XB himself has been busy in the mountains creating the pedestals for his epic statues. Back inside the mansion, he builds a reading nook, but before he can get some peace and quiet, RenDawg and Doc M turn up for their respective tours.
Oh, okay, that's the plan. Taking the girls down into the loft grotto. I get it. Alright.
I mean, I had Cleo down here, but she didn't stick around there.
Since he had a guest coming over, Doc M figured he'd better spruce the place up a bit and actually put some villagers into his trading hall. Luckily, one of them comes up with a pretty decent mending trade. TFC has been tidying away his villagers as well, with a brief diversion to recruit a new doorman when the previous guy dies in a, quote, industrial accident. Python GB doesn't need anyone to tour his base, he's done it himself, mostly for the benefit of newcomers to his Python MC channel, so if you wanted a jumping on point for Python's series, there's never been a better time. Impulse and Tango, on the other hand, are just jumping off stuff.
Oh, good. Here I go! This is what I come back to! This is what I come back to!
During a special livestream from the PAX West convention floor, Impulse and Tango brought a blaze back from the Nether while doing a literal hot swap, trading computers and characters every 2 minutes. Somehow they only got away with a handful of deaths and actually succeeded in capturing a blaze, which is now at Tango's base, but he doesn't know what he's going to do with it. What he does know is that his villagers are aliens. Why else would they be making all these crop circles? Impulse is making circles of his own above the Nether. His lust for XP apparently having outgrown the Guardian farm, he joins the server gold rush by making his own zombie pigman grinder. Watching it from the outside with his camera account might be pushing his luck a little though.
Okay, so I died somehow.
There's one more mega Nether build this week, and coincidentally it could double as a great ghast farm.
No! No, Ghast, come on now. Don't be like this.
To complete the outer space experience of his personal Nether hub, Cub creates a breathtaking pixel art of a spinning galaxy way below the glass floors of his hub. It looks absolutely astonishing with the black void effect of the concrete walls and end rod powered stars poking out of the darkness. Enjoying the view are several Russian space dogs with the actual names of the dogs from the Doggy Space program who made it into outer space before any actual human. RenDawg, however, is having none of it. He has his own ways to exploit the Nether, modifying his creeper farm to kill them using magma blocks, sacrificing the benefits of looting 3 for the benefits of not being blown up all the time. He's also 1-for-1 on technical builds. Having spent an entire episode trying to get mushroom drops to flow into his storage system, he has a surprisingly easy time figuring out a super smelter. Zedaf's centralized farming is a tad different from Ren's water and ice approach, for what the Lake of Life uses to transport the spoils is the greatest evil of them all: storage minecarts. It takes a surprising amount of redstone to make them do the only thing they're good for, transporting a thing into a place. Maybe that's because shulker boxes are involved, or perhaps it's because the person assembling the scheme is Zedaf. Stuff's been getting weirder and weirder around him lately.
How many diamonds are we going to get? Fish. The answer was fish.
Crop transportation is the one thing False Symmetry won't have a problem with anytime soon, since she keeps her vegetable multiplier in a neat contraption embedded nicely into a wall. In the meantime, she works on the interior of the church, now run down and overtaken by imaginary pirates, and works on some horse stables, which sends her on a long trip in search for a mega tiger. The one with Podzol in it.
I don't know, I mean, pirates aren't really... I guess the stereotypical pirate is all about kind of drinking and collecting loot and gold and all that jazz.
Well, actually, pirates can do whatever they want because a pirate is free. False, do you not remember the briefing? Out across the 7 seas, Jevin is slowly fossilizing his monument with stone. He still feels the need to get out once in a while though, so it gets an exit for elytra launching, which he starts out trying to mine with his face. A much deeper drama is happening meanwhile in the much deeper ocean between Mumbo Jumbo and his set of villagers who just won't love each other. Thankfully, everything finally works in an episode titled It Finally Works, and by the episode titled Super Trading Hall, Mumbo has enough villagers to populate a really big trading hall that he starts building immediately.
So essentially, I was stood here screaming at the villagers, wondering why there was no love hearts or anything like that, completely forgetting that I'd actually turned my particles off.
Thanks to all this, he can finally address the issue with his community villager breeder, which is that it's criminally underused and at the same time pretty close to Wells's castle.
Wells Knight, if you're watching this, you can do whatever you want with this. I know, I know you never really liked this build, so feel free to take it down, rebuild it, do whatever you really fancy.
And finally there's Azuma, mostly working on his base island, or more specifically on turning his island into a creepy yet impressive evil lair. The blood pit from last week is now a blood river, stretching from one artificial mini biome on the outside of his base to the other. Plus now with a miniature nether exhibit and a tiny version of a woodland mansion, the room with all the mob heads in it is getting bigger and bigger. I guess he's going for max headroom. On the bright side, the giant scream face is gone, and all the colourful wool from the sheep farm is now being successfully piped into the storage system. And his island is full of cats, so Scar's gonna feel right at home.
What I want to do is turn this place into basically Cat Island. Cat Sanctuary. Wait, it's not an island. Cat City. How about that?
And that's pretty much it for this week's recap. Our writer is LoyXP and my name is PixelRiffs. If you missed the plug for our latest thing, we've started a separate channel for the full craft recap and a day one recap is up now. We would really appreciate you checking it out. Don't forget to leave a like while you're still here, subscribe so you won't miss future episodes of this recap, and share this video with the Hermitcraft fans in your life. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.